There we go. All right. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the stream. Let us get cracking. I forget. We are trying to get a run, aren't we? Actually, we're trying to get several runs. My voice after the last time I ran this was so gone, and now it's starting so gone. Let's see how we go. I apologize again if my voice is a little bit soft today. Rightio. First things first, let's orient back on our character. I've played a couple of different ones in between. So, okay, we have 2 more crafting classes that we need to pick up. We also need to get our these classes up, and I need to check in to see if can I desynthesize yet? Whoops, not that. Let me check this. I don't think so. So we need to go and check and see if Sintgot has his yeah, no, we can't. If Sintgot has a quest for us that will enable us to desynthesize our old gear. I've been experimenting over the last couple of months, really, to try and find a really efficient way of getting our of leveling up and keeping our gear in check economically, but I have not managed to yet. I found one way that seems to work better than others, and that's about the best I can do. Let's just pop this this materia away. We'll sort that saddlebag. There we go. All right, life is good. And we're not alone. I saw someone pop in there. That's so nice to see. It was a Voyager, so thank you, Voyagers, for visiting visiting our little corner of Oceania. I play on Zervan with this character. I play on regularly on a couple of other worlds as well. My main is on Bismarck, and I have another couple that are fairly prominent on Ravanna, I think. I know, look, I just follow the pattern of the order of which the worlds appear in, and that's the world, you know, pictures, not words. Labyrinth of the Ancients. We're very close to the end of A Realm Reborn. I'm not sure if we're going to get through it this morning. It is a school morning for me, so I have a time limit. Let's get to it. Grahatia is eager to begin the expedition to the Crystal Tower. Esteemed colleagues, the secrets of ancient Alag beckon, and I will apologize in advance for not getting the voices quite right, or at all right. Let's not keep them waiting any longer. Adventurer, you and I will join the engineers at the Crystal Tower's main gateway, where we will endeavor to neutralize the structure's outer defenses. Rambros, meanwhile, will remain here and oversee the operation. Given my knowledge of Allagan history, it seems logical that I should lead the expedition itself, though I would admit the role does not exactly befit my status as an observer. Still, we can but make use of the resources at hand. Assuming all are in agreement, let us proceed forthwith into the large lopsided gate found to the southeast. And excuse me for a minute. It is winter here and it is cold. And I don't want to snuffle down my mic. Rightio. You know what's really annoying me? Just bear with me. This little blue quest marker thing over here with Claytai the Levmet, we're going to unlock the Levs because I need it to not be on my screen. All right, Levs of St. Coinac's Fine. Adventurous soul, welcome to St. Coinac's Fine. I'm Claytai of the Adventurers Guild. It is my responsibility as Levmet to recruit hard-working, industrious men and women to fulfill the Guild's many contracts. Be advised that these contracts can be quite demanding, and we cannot afford to assign work to the unqualified. Many of the Levs would require you to travel from the safety of this encampment. The creatures which roam Mordona are not to be trifled with, and I have no desire to send you to your doom. Therefore, I will evaluate you based on your ability to complete a battlecraft Lev. Oh, and you should know that I was selected for this post due to my military experience. Do not expect your trial to be an easy one. Alrighty, a toadless taken. I must say this is truly exciting stuff. A genuine adventure. Could the giant toad have been bred by the Allegans in antiquity? Could these marvelous people have been engaging in, dare I say it, Nick's husbandry? There is only one way to find out. I shall need live giant toads. Do soften them up. I can't abide hopping. Mate, it's not the hopping you can't abide, it's the getting squished when they land. I should remind you that the client explicitly requested live specimens. It is essential that you do not slay the Nixes. Once you have sufficiently weakened your quarry, cease your attacks and attempt to soothe it. However, you must take care when attempting to do so, for if the attempt fails, the beast may be driven into a frenzy for a time. Use the soothe emote to pacify a weakened winter Nix. You may find it convenient to add the emote to your hotbar before beginning the guild lev. I would find it convenient. So what you do is you jump on down to your main bar, toddle on across to social, and under social, scoot on down to emotes. I don't know why I don't have soothe and beckon on my thing already. I should. Alrighty. Do I have bow? I like to bow to people when out of polite. I also like waving goodbye when they're a pain in the neck. Actually, I do have beckon. I've got beckon, I don't have soothe. If you're after a specific emote and you don't feel like going through here and getting really, really sidetracked like I do, hit that search button up there and then just hit the emote you want. So we want soothe, smack enter, and it will bring up the emote you want. You can drag that on down to your hotbar really easily. Alrighty, so I don't know why I've got, what's this? This is my Imperial Salute. Okay, I do know why I've got that there. I'm going to pop that over there because I don't want to accidentally give that to the wrong person. What company am I with? Right, I'm a Storm Sergeant. 3rd class of the Maelstrom. Alright, well that answers that pretty much. Let's go and grab, we can find our Storm Salute in here. So what you do is you can type into your search bar Salute. It should bring up the variations. There you are. So you have your normal salute, your Storm Salute, and your Imperial Salute. If you're not in the Maelstrom, you'll have a whole different kind of salute in there. So we'll just whack that down there. If I choose to salute someone, it will be with, yes, with that. Alright, let's just jump on back in here. Most of these I just type in / and whatever they are. That works pretty well. Slap. I have not yet had occasion to slap someone ever. Right. I'm just going to switch my beckon and my soothe over. And we can't fly, can we, with this character? No. Rightio. Flight. It's such a luxury when you haven't had it for a while. Or when you've had it for a while, you truly notice when you don't have it anymore. What level are we? Level 60. Most of these guys will leave us alone because we are bigger than they are, and even though they, I mean, that thing could smush me in a bound. Except we cut it down to size. So we're just going to head off toward, in your mini-map, if you're ever lost for where a lev is. Okay, don't pop your lev if you're not in the green circle. If you want to find your green circle, you can either pop the big map up or look for the little green arrowy thing here. And if you have several levs running at once, you can hover over the arrow and it will tell you which one you're running toward, but this time we only have one. Here we go. Popping on over here. Levs are a good way to get some XP, not just from the lev itself. If we jump on into the challenge log, radio, you can go down to lev quests and pop that thing up. So if you complete 5 lev quests with different lev plates, well, at level 60, and I'll just jump off and demonstrate this. At level 60, you get an extra 208,050 XP. Let's grab one of our lower level characters. No. Come on, it does help if you hit the right button. There you go. Like, so if I was my gladiator, and hopefully there's no monsters around when I do this, otherwise I'm going to be a dead gladiator. We'll grab this gladiator, and we'll jump into the challenge log again. I'll just pull that up. And you'll see that the reward is still there, but it's only 450. So if you've written off the, we'll just jump back into, what were we now? Right. If you've written off the challenge log as not having XP rewards worth the bother of doing the quest for, be aware that they scale with the level of the job that you complete the task with. And I mean, beyond that, there's the gold. Okay, so 3,000 for doing 20 lev quests. And then once you do 5 different tasks, so do 2 lev quests, do 2 fates, jump in and do a few dungeons via roulette, that's 5 lev quests, you will earn yourself a handsome 10 grand from doing your challenge log. So if you're a bit short of gil and you don't really want to play the market boards, that's one way to do it. But it's also a good way to level. Anyway, I will stop yabbering on and we will get into this lev. Once you hit the little green circle, make sure you're on the right one. If you've picked up, like I normally do, half a dozen different lev quests, hover over the circle, check the name on it. This is a toad less taken. Jump on down. Do not go to Levs of St. Coinax Find. You will not be able to open your map. See, unable to open map, and you'll be very frustrated and wonder how you're ever going to get it done. Hop on down to a toad less taken, for instance. It says report to Mordona. It will show you where you are on the map. We don't want the map. We want the quest itself. So we're going to jump in, hit the yellow part or the orange part, and we're going to grab this part of the quest, make sure we're in the circle. If you're a lower level and you might die, maybe make sure that your home aetherite is set to the aetherite in this region, in this case Revenant's Toll. I'm going to assume that I'm going to survive this and not bother. But if you do and you get whisked away to, say, Limsa, where my home aetherite is, I think, then you will fail your lev. Whereas if you just get whisked away to the nearest one, you will be able to come back to it without having a retry. All right, there endeth the lecture. Let's jump into a total less taken. Your home point is not set to an aetherite in this area. If you return to your current home point at any time during the lev quest, you'll automatically abandon the duty. Proceed. Yep, a toad less taken difficulty. Right, we're going to be at +4 because we're way above where it's meant to be. It's a level 45 one. Changing classes during the course of this duty or using a class above the recommended level may reduce the amount of experience awarded upon completion. That's okay, we're just doing it to unlock, so we're not worried about the XP right now. You will note I do not have my budgie with me, my little bird, because what will happen with the little bird is he will attack things that you want to weaken and kill them. Which we may do anyway, given the level we're at. Let's just have a bit of an experiment. I may need to drop. I don't have another class to drop down to. Never mind. I hate these labs for that reason. Don't squish me, you evil little bunny. We might be able to do it. Let's risk it. I don't have arrow on at the moment, and the reason I don't have arrow on, is because arrow would do that extra bit of damage that would see us fail this part of the quest. So we're controlling the amount of damage we do, and we're just making sure our output doesn't exceed. It isn't enough to kill the target. Let's see if we can be out of tongue range. There we go. This is not going to work, is it? No, it's going to grab me. Try and squish me. Rude little monster. If I can do soothe. Yes. You can also type in the emote if you don't want to click things on your bar. How many of these have I got to soothe? 4. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Alright, let's not be soothing for this though. Let's zap this little monster. He's not in range. Of course he's not in range. Let's bring him out of toad aggro range. And then arrow should take care of the rest of that. Radio, Winter Nix. We're not arrowing him. I know. Interrupted my cast, you little mung bean. Uh-oh. I may have upset the toad a lot. Oh yeah, now he's aggro. You have a look, you can see the little angry face underneath him. Did not weaken him sufficiently. Let's do it again. This time we'll have to weaken him more. Ah, no, rude. Beautiful. That's 3. Well, let's go get this one. Does he have a friend? No, he is friendless. It's because he's a toad. Ahem. Will he drag me through the... Ow! Whack! Into the tree. I'm gonna arrow him. What? No. Oh, no, I did arrow him. Oh! I killed him. I know. Just excuse me. We're going to arrow this one. the error of arrowing is becoming painfully clear. Okay, I can't. Just let arrow do its next lot of damage. There we go. Alright, now the good thing about these is we're not going to have to run back. Every time you finish a Lev quest, it's going to offer to take you all the way back to the Lev Met, and it saves you a lot of time. You just have to wait for it and hit yes. If you have a lot of Levs in the area that you want to complete first, then you hit no and you can finish it and just go back on the last one. Saves you some effort. Based on the reports from the local Lev watchers, I'm more than satisfied with your qualifications. The client was most pleased as well and would like you to have this. Okay, a bonus has been awarded based on difficulty and speed. We've got this pretty much. We get ourselves a venture. If ever you want to return for more guild labs, you need only ask. We all look forward to your return. Alrighty. And that's the second quest. So there we go. Alright. I know the other little thingies are bothering me as well, and they are worth doing, but I will do them when I bring my next character through this area, as in my next job through this area. We need to find a little path. Yeah, down here. Right. Where's my bird? Actually, where is my bird? Okay. Through the arch, through the ice arch, until you see a whole row of arches, because we love these things. And then you follow them up into the cave. So if you ever get lost, that's how you find it. If you are level 59 or less, and actually even at level 60, I could regret doing this. These things can still aggro, and they will attempt to show you what it's like to live with a flat head. We just took the risk that they wouldn't aggro, and it paid off this time. The crystal tower lies beyond this portal. Now comes the interesting part. Sid, you are the only one of our number who has ever crossed this threshold. I ask that you take the lead for the present. I know, I should be queued for Thornmarch Hard. But I wanted to unlock this as well. Look at it. Always makes me sad that it's never as pretty to look at afterwards. Look at these things, they're awesome. I say, the energy radiating from these statues is palpable. Lucky for us that it is. One might otherwise stroll past them. Feast your eyes on the elemental defenses which prompted our lengthy preparations. These sentinels prevent would-be intruders from advancing to within 20 yards of the tower's inner reaches. Really? Oh, whoa. Wow. No matter how swift they may be. Happily, the crystal fangs we took such pains to craft should spare us the inconvenience of instantaneous annihilation. Here, allow me to demonstrate. Chief, it's two! Dangerous to allow anyone else to risk his life testing one? Quite right. I made the damn things. It's my job to see that they work. Zap. Oh no. Oh, whoa. Right. Okay. Just stick your hand in the bug zapper zone and... Wow. Success! I, for one, am convinced. Friends, ready your fangs. Go and say that to a werewolf, I dare you. I mean, look, see, broken. Mm-hmm. I always feel guilty. This particular scene. Okay, so it's Biggs's turn now. Maybe. Or did he have a turn already? He had a turn. I don't know. No, he hasn't. Here we go. This last one is yours, old friend. It seemed only right. You want me to stick my hand in the bug zapper. And you're going to do it. Where are your toeless shoes? See, it's nowhere near as pretty to look at. It's still gorgeous, but I miss the beautiful statue work. I know. We never do fix it. Haha! So much for the outer defences. Indeed, the entrance to the tower is near at hand. My blood fairly sings with anticipation. Speaking of blood, I have a proposal for the next stage of the expedition. I suggest we wait here while Mistwalker and a hand-picked party of her adventuring companions enter the tower. What? Without us? I thought we came here to survey the entire structure. We did, and we will, but our investigations must proceed at a more measured pace. If the outside of the place is this well defended, can you imagine what awaits us on the inside? Only a true hero could reasonably hope to brave the hazards ahead and live to tell the tale. Mistwalker here fits that description better than anyone I know. And it is not as if we shall be idle in her absence. While Mistwalker and her companions are risking life and limb to beat us a path to the tower, we can set about analysing this rubble for evidence of how its technologies function. Your knowledge of ancient lore will be invaluable in that endeavour, historian Grahatir. Ah, do you ever tire of being right, old man? Mistwalker, as it seems I won't be accompanying you, allow me at least to provide some instruction. The maze that surrounds the base of the tower is known as the Labyrinth of the Ancients. During this initial foray, I suggest you concentrate on ridding the place of hostile elements. When you're reasonably certain the maze is secure, contact me via link shell, and we shall join you post-haste, no matter what Master Garland says. Though we would prefer it if any relics you encounter remain intact, you have leave to do whatever is necessary to secure ingress to the upper levels of the tower. Fortune go with you, Mistwalker. All right. This is one of the major obstacles to completing A Realm Reborn. Finding a large enough group to enter this series Right, let's go for a run. Let's grab our bird, actually. There we go. Nice to see you, Sunny. Now, we could level up our white mage a bit more. We could. I wonder if I'd survive this. I don't know, this thing normally kicks my tail. Why don't we level sync in, give our bird a run for his money. We're going to actually work on bosom buddies. Let's get this going. Oh, we might survive this. It's good practice. Although I am standing in one spot a little bit too much. No, I probably should hit 7. No, that's a heal spell. We don't want that. Oh, don't stand there. Alright. Arrow is down to less than 10. Let's bring it back up to 30. Let it do its magic. And then we're going to rock the Rocked World. As opposed to the Casbah. If that bird was called Casbah, we could be rocking the Casbah. I know. Oh, Sunny, you're a little bit dented. Let me just fix that. And maybe give you a bit of that. There you go. Good bird. So, basically I've got my pet on free stance, which allows him to choose the most, and I've also leveled him up kind of evenly across the different abilities. And what this does is it allows him to choose what stance he wants to take. And at the moment he's choosing tanking stance, which is really nice given I'm a healer, and it lets me practice my healing skills, which clearly I'm not doing a very good job of today. 7. So healers in Final Fantasy, they dip between healing and DPSing. Your primary job is always healing. Your tank is not the only one in your party who needs it. If your DPS fall over, your tank will definitely fall over. Most of the time. There are some tanks who can manage it, but not everyone. So there you go, 10,000 XP, and we've completed our first fate. We've also, so into challenge log, where'd it go? So we did 3 things there. We did our fate, we also did our battle, bosom buddies 1 and bosom buddies 2, because a fate will automatically level you to the level, to your current level, which means that you're defeating enemies of your own level, which means bosom buddies is easier to complete. For you and your companion. You don't have to go to your hardest area and commit slaughter with the hardest of foes. You can actually come into your fates and do 3 things at once. I like doing multiple things at once. This fills this purpose, and this one, and this one, and that one. Kind of fun. Alright, we're going to go find Drillamont. If we could fly, we would fly to the top of that tower, and there's a door up there, and then we would drop down the 2 flights of stairs, also mounted, and talk to Drillamont the easy way. But because we can't fly, not only do we have this run to make, but we have multiple stairs in our future. So this is the little secret Eorzean fitness program that all adventurers undertake. Alrighty, we should also be checking our hunting log. Yeah, we need to finish that. So we're going to finish our hunting log, and we're going to nail that hunting log as well, and then Control C. We want common currency. Then we want to have a few more seals. So we definitely want to do some more fates because we need some more company seals. We probably also want to do our company provisioning and supply quests because we need more company seals. Because we're going to go for a couple of promotions. What rank are we? Oh no, we're 3rd class already. That's good. But if we want to get any higher, we're going to need to finish that hunting log. Also, if we want to get into our housing, we needed to be Storm Sergeant 3rd class, so we needed that hunting log level 1. Drillamont, of course, as befits his rank, is up on the 3rd floor. There he is. Mistwalker Lunara, you have come to lend us your strength. House Durandare is in your debt. You will rejoice with us to know that the battle for the Stone Vigil has finally begun. The first wave has already breached the outer defences and entered the keep. As depraved a foe as the Dravanians are, they have a certain cunning. The place teems with unbelievers who gladly embrace death merely to deny us a form of advance. We came to slay dogs and are bled by nits. There are graver matters still. After our first wave stormed the keep, the enemy sealed the breach behind them. The vigil headgate is now a welter of molten iron and stones, sharp as a headman's axe. We can no longer send reinforcements by land. The danger is great, but we must go by air. I shall lead the second wave, and would have you join your strength to ours. Ser Nathalane awaits you near the stone vigil itself. I shall join you as soon as I have seen to the airships. Alright, looks like we have to go in to complete this quest, but we will at least do the unlocked part, which will enable us to have a better chance of joining it. There must be, there's a fate just outside the tower walls. The number of times I have fallen off those stairs is a little bit crazy. Make sure you're heading for the right gate. It's easy enough to do. Just make sure you're heading for the right quest symbol. Yes, those quests are bothering me. They are level 40 quests, so we'll bring a character up to that. We have something like, oh my gosh, I know I can't do it off the top of my head. Level 40. He should leave this alone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 10, sorry, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 21 normal classes to go, which if you actually activate each one, you will have 21 quests automatically filling your quest log of 30. That doesn't include Beastmaster and Blue Mage, which are special classes. I'm still trying to work out how to do Blue Mage solo. It's not working out for me, funnily enough. Hail, Mistwalker! Lord Drillamore sent word. The airship will not be long in coming, and then we charge. All Whitebrim front knows your name, Mistwalker Lunara, who penetrated the Stone Vigil's defences. Why, to this very day, I remember the cheer that rang out when we'd heard you'd laid Isgabind low. Your presence here is tonic, pure tonic, for the troops. Too long have the damned dragons desecrated our keep. Haloni willing, the Stone Vigil shall return to Ishgard before this day is out. The Stone Vigil Hard is now accessible. Alrighty, but you can see that this quest is not done. We have to enter the Stone Vigil Hard. On the upside, when we're in Duty Finder queuing for our dailies, just grab that thing. So over here, Duty Roulette, it'll pop up in here because we've unlocked it, so we may actually accidentally complete that quest before we start to deliberately queue for it. Fingers crossed, right? Once we get through Thornmarch Hard. Average wait time of 7 minutes. I know, I think the game is being optimistic. Had a lot of good runs last night. It's the time of day, I think, that basically makes it difficult. So I stream at local time. It's now 5:52, and we've been going for only about a half an hour, so it was a bit late this morning. But why am I running when I should be figuring things out? But it's a bit early for most locals anyway, is my point. Eorzean time, and we have server time. I don't know where the servers are. 7:52 p.m. I suspect that's yesterday for me, and it's probably somewhere in the States. Anyway, usually the best time I find for Australian time, at least Eastern time, is anywhere between, sometimes it's good around midday and 1 o'clock. Sometimes it's good from about 4:30 p.m. through to about 8:39, because people have day jobs. So yeah, sometimes it's good at this time because people try and get stuff done before they go to work too. So you never can tell. What's our next quest that we're going to try and get done? Okay. Right. A materia enhanced Madman's Whispering Rod. We need to get our alchemy up for that. because we're nowhere near the level of making one. Yeah. All right. So that brings us back to we have 2 more crafting things to pick up. That's not the button I wanted. We also have these alt classes to bring up, these alt jobs. But where were we? What's our next thing on our list? J. Speak with Ongxio in Little Solace. All right, that will open up those. That's possibly an unlock quest for Allied Society. Let's go get that done. We'll get that quest off our books and maybe start Allied Society quests while we wait. So we'll grab that, jump across to here. Hawthorne Hut. I did remember to turn my mic back on. Radio has been known. That was a cute little Lullafell. I know. I tried to play one once. I had a lot of difficulty getting my head around being so tiny. I still have the character. It just messes with me to try and play it. Oh dear. The great thing about Allied Society quests is that they're all part of a string of, you don't have to get off, you can write up, a story. All right, so each Allied Society has its own story, and you make some visible changes in the areas you're in or unlocking the story. In the first part, it's just unlocking story and learning history and making a difference. It's kind of very cool. But anyway, it's also unlocking crafting materials, mounts, backgrounds for your portraits, furnishings, and minions. So if you're not interested in story, there are other reasons to be doing this. Walking one. Walks with strength and purpose, yes, but this one is a busy one. State one's case and state it quickly. Scholar. Walking one is looking for smart one, yes? This one knows no smart one. This one does know bumbling, stumbling one, but what business would anyone have with that one? Stumbling one's whereabouts? Why, right over... Wherever did that one bumble off to? Bumbling one likely stumbled off to see Elder One. Stumbling one is always bothering Elder One with silly questions. Bothersome one's blathering makes less sense than babbling brook, this one thinks. Right. Not a popular man, this scholar. I wonder if he was off the edge. That was not deliberate. Parkour, not my strong point. Also walking downstairs without falling off them. Frixio. Brave one returns to these ones. This one is honoured. Word of brave one's deeds comes often to Little Solace. These ones are honoured to call brave one friend. Brave one is searching for scholarly one. Brave one cannot possibly mean that one. This one has met many walking ones, and that one has all the wits of a wing rat. 3 days ago, Witless one stumbled off to the Sylphlands, babbling something about research. This one knows little of research, but this one does know that the Sylphlands are no place for walking ones, and witless walking ones that much the less. Yes, these ones' ancient home is now the domain of touched ones, and those ones mean danger for these ones and walking ones alike. So what we're doing now is we're unlocking the Sylph Allied Society quest. Quests. This one tried to stop Witless one. But Witless one's ears are stuffed with beeswax. Oh. Oh dear. Where am I going? Back up the ramp. See, there's no stairs here. There's just a ramp. I'm not saying that that's any better, by the way. Bumbling one set off for the Sylphlands? Bumbling one is even dumber than this one thought. Touched ones will greet Bumbling one with boom and sizzle. Then Bumbling one will be crispy one. This one thinks it for the best. These ones will have one less worry. What? Walking one would go in search of that one. This one is confused. Take this one's word. That one is not worth the trouble. Walking one is certain? Then this one will not stand in walking one's way, but heed this one's warning. Be wary, or dead ones will number 2. I appreciate the concern. All right. Voice, voice of concern. Olmsio is perplexed by your concern for the hapless scholar. Walking One will truly go in search of Bumbling One. This one thought Walking One was making a joke, like the time this one stole Bumbling One's undergarments. This one does not understand what Walking One is thinking. This one would leave Bumbling One to bumble on one's own, but oh well, to each one one's own. This one saw Bumbling One stumble off toward Lark's Call between this place and Touched One's home. Bumbling One is probably there, shivering in stockings. If Bumbling One found stockings anyway, which this one has doubts. Be warned, Walking One, the trees have eyes and report to Touched Ones. Walking One should not rush too quickly to Bumbling One's aid, lest Walking One fall into nasty trap. Okay. I shouldn't rush to help him, but he's probably in danger of being murdered. I see. And the sylphs are normally such nice little people. What did he do to upset them so much? Well, and they stole his undergarments. Note to self, do not irritate the sylphs and keep your undergarments on at all time. Sleep with both eyes open. Understood. Am I going in the... Oh, that looks... Voice of concern, yeah. So if you wander through here at anything less than level 50 or 51, you will be attacked by multiple monsters. Oh dear. Destination. Uh-oh. Well, that's a bit of a pickle. Walking One scribbles letters. Maybe Walking One is Smart One that everyone was talking about? Uh-oh. Smart One? Ha! Smart One would not stumble so stupidly into these one's domain. Someone help me! They'll eat me alive! Shush, Stupid One. These ones have no need for eating, or did Stupid One not read that in Stupid One's paper stacks? Stupid One is even stupider than this one thought. Now answer this one. Stupid One tries to sneak into these one's home and kidnap Chosen One's podling, yes? Stupid One will confess, or Stupid One will be Shocky Sizzly One. The Chosen One? For podlings? What are... Aha! Did this one know it, or did this one know it? But this one, I was just repeating what you... Uh-oh. Oh. Sizzly One indeed, yeah. Silence! This one here's Sneaking One. What one goes there? This one knows, Boss One. This one has seen Walking One in Little Solace. Walking One is strong, not like Stupid One. Bah! This one will deal with Stupid One another day. Let these ones be off. What was it? The way my ears twitched? Mm-hmm. Rightio. We have had some XP. Voice. Hello. You're in a bit of trouble there. Let me help you out. Oh, friend, how can I ever repay you? Why, I thought I was a goner for sure. Whatever do you suppose got into those sylphs? The bestiaries describe them as such a carefree, fun-loving folk, and my rather limited first-hand experience has been the same. But do tell, to whom do I owe this debt of gratitude? An adventurer, dispatched by the order of the Twinada on behalf of little old me, you say? Ha ha! Bless the commander, always looking out for his charge. Well, while I'd like nothing more than to continue this conversation, would you mind terribly if we did so back at Little Solace? This place is giving me the heebie-jeebies. Right. Well, let's go. What have I got? Regicide, which we're waiting on, and Voice of Concern. That's right, because the bramble patch where the thorn march is located is in this zone. What's that? Oh, we'll go do that too. That's makings of a gunbreaker. We might as well unlock it and slap it into our list of things we need to do. Or into the middle of next week, one of those. So one of the things when you've got a really, really long wait, and we usually do in this region, one of the things you can do is you can go around and unlock things and get a little bit familiar with the game. Voice, hello. What are you doing, my friend? Oh, hello. I say, it's good to see you in one piece, friend. Oh, but where are my manners? I've not even properly introduced myself. Voice, Gridania's most foremost scholar of symphonic customs and lore, at your service. Well, at least that's what I told the commander when I volunteered for this mission. Just between you and me, I'm actually rather new to the field, but I've long been fascinated by the cute little critters, and I thought this the perfect opportunity to make a name for myself. Done that. Which reminds me, I was just thumbing through one of the tomes I borrowed from Stillglade Fane when I came across a particularly fascinating passage of a legendary sylph who is said to possess such power that she controls the very fate of her people. Now, I realize this might sound crazy, but I couldn't help but wonder if this might be the selfsame chosen one that frightful sylph was. Chosen one? Yes, well does this one know the legend. Chosen one, the one who embodies the spirit of all trees that have ever lived or ever will live in these one's forest home. Once every 1,000 years does Chosen One sprout forth to lead these ones into a new era before returning to slumber, birth and rebirth. Such is the cycle of these one's civilization. 1,000 years, eh? So if the last recorded sighting of the Chosen One was, yes, that would mean the next rebirth would occur in, just give me a moment now. Yes, carry the one and Elder One. Could it be that the rebirth of Chosen One is nigh and Touched Ones are plotting something? Ha! Well, I'll be. I believe our sylph friend here has the right of it. This one does not like this at all. Something must be done. Oh dear. Something, yes, something indeed must be done. And yet many questions of import remain to be answered, such as where might we find this chosen one, and what is the nature of the power she holds? And most importantly of all, where, pray tell, did I misplace my underclothes? I know not if this is related to the coming of the chosen one, but the Twelveswood is terribly chilly these days. But regardless, I swear now that I shall remain at Little Solace until these mysteries are unravelled. 'Twas not by dumb luck I was chosen for this task. No, the esteemed leaders of my nation knew that. Knew that. No, they knew that. Oh, my, it is rather cold, isn't it? If you'll allow me a moment's respite. Oh no. Well, interesting. I guess we're going up the ramp again. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Oh, Sio, how you doing? This one is worried. If Chosen One falls into the hands of Touched Ones, it could mean the end for these ones. This one must see to the safety of Little Solace. The search for Chosen One, this one would trust to Walking One. Coughing One spouts big words, but has not the strength to save these ones. This can be seen by anyone, and so this one turns to Walking One. Will Walking One help these ones? Yes, you can count on this one. Thank you, Walking One. Walking One is true friend to these ones. This one will not forget Friendly One's kindness. Alrighty. Now this unlocks, hopefully, our first allied society. Yes. Little Solace, Allied Society quests unlocked. You have achieved neutral reputation with the Sylphs of Little Solace. Sylph Society quests are now available from Tanaxia at Little Solace. Actually, it might be our second one. Anyway, furthermore, you may now purchase wares from the Sylphic vendor. Alright, at this stage, achievement unlocked, self-conscious 1. At this stage, here's our Sylphic vendor over here. The budgie would move his tail feathers out of the way. Alright, if you want to purchase items, you can hit this button here. You can see that there are a whole bunch of things you can purchase for Gil. So cloth, velveteen, linen, silk, yarn, straw, and crow feathers. You can also sell the little sylph stuff if you want. We'll see what it thinks of Allegan gold pieces. Loves them. Rightio. The other thing you can do now, we can't do this yet, right? You go into the Sylphic Gold Leaf Exchange, and this is one of the things we need to do. But for gold leaves, which you can earn through society quests, but not yet, you can purchase all of these. So you get 3 of these, each of these things for 1 of those. Also Sylphic lamp trees, which are pretty, and Sylphic lamp posts for your properties if you wish to do a Sylphic theme. These lists will expand. This is not the complete list. As you advance through your allied society, it gets longer and more interesting, and there's a lot of nicer stuff to go. So, this is Tanaxia. Let us... Oh, the other thing. You go into C for character. You want to see what your reputation is and where you're at. You will just go across to the last tab where it's reputation. Okay, we have unlocked the Ixal as well. So we can go Sylphs and we can go Ixal. If you're ever lost and can't remember where they are, you click on them, it'll bring up the map and show you. Rightio, so Ixal are good for your crafting and some warrior work, and Sylphs are good mostly for warrior work. Right. Let's jump back to nothing here. Down into timers, if you're ever not sure if you have done your Sylphs or your allied societies for the day, jump down to timers. It'll bring up this whole list. So we have our mission allowances to do, which is another thing that we can use to fill in time while waiting for dungeons to pop. So that will show you. This one's got 23 hours and 49 minutes remaining, so we've just missed the changeover, which is nice. It's a bit embarrassing to craft something and then realize you can't turn it in because it's no longer desired. Everything with a star in it is actually really wanted, so we'll go and see if we can find those. Fashion report, of course. A cut online delivery request. I don't know what the 4 of 8 is. Adventure first worn, star-studded. The adventurous hyacinth. Alright, so you find items that fit those. I haven't really played with that. Remaining 4. Okay, remaining items left to go is 4 out of the 8 items. And we have no high score. Right. Of course we don't. A cut online delivery quests. Okay, we don't even have to go. We're not giving them our bronze hoplon. I think I'm using that. Control I. Offhand. No, we can give them 1 bronze hoplon. Let me just get that out of there. It's level 8 though. I know, do I want to give them my bronze hoplon? There we are. When I can use it for my paladin. Oh, my gladiator, sorry. Alrighty. Hempen hats. It's a level 6 recipe. They want 1. It's worth 10 points. So we craft 3 of them, we'll get our 30 points. And that would be 1 quest done. Alright. So as you can see, we get 12 allowances per day. Let us pick up Tanaxias, not who they seem. I'll read them through the first time we pick them up, but after that I will just click through them. Not who they seem. Tanaxia eyes you warily. Friendly one. Wait, is friendly one really friendly one? This one cannot trust anyone anymore. Why? Because touched ones have learned sneaky skin changing spell. The sneaky ones change skin, then jump out and hurt these ones. This one is afraid to leave little solace. Friendly one does not hurt this one. Good. This one can trust friendly one. Give friendly one sea boom. Sea boom will let friendly one see through changed skin, see sneaky one's sneaky selves. Friendly one will search for sneaky ones, yes? Bring an end to sneaky ones sneaking. Yes, alright. Good grief. Now there are a number of reasons, other reasons you do this. You get XP, you get a little bit of gold, you get venture tokens, and you get Allegan tomestones of poetics. Each of these little ones is worth 5, which means you get 15 Tomestones of Poetic. So if you're buying gear from Rowena's, you can you can earn some tomestones this way. These are also your Sylphic relations. You'll earn 10 points. If I jump up to here, you jump into reputation. You'll see that we need to get 150 points to reach the next level. In A Realm Reborn, I think there are 4 levels, so you just have to complete the first 3, then you hit number 4 and you're at the top realm. Or I could be wrong, maybe it's 8 levels. We'll find out. Radio, we'll accept that. Gourd Grief. Whoa, whoa, whoa is this one? The peck of pumpkins that this one picked was purloined by a pack of pernicious ones. Or rather, this one dropped the sacks when startled by those ones. The flesh of ripened devil gourds produces a most striking yellow dye for weaving. Without it, these one's cloths will be reduced to dreary rags. This one dropped gourds in Lark's Call near Touched One's home. Walking One must hurry and collect the gourds before Touched Ones carry them all away. Right, no yellow dye for Touched Ones, I understand. Feed me. Tanaxia fears for the fate of her fellow sylphs. Oh no. Will this one never see this one's dear friends again? Walking One, listen. Touched Ones play terrible, terrible tricked scary Gatemores into swallowing this one's friends whole. Poor ones. Walking One must save poor ones before they become dinner ones. Sweet smell of sap will open Gatemore's big mouth. Walking One, please save this one's friends from belly of trouble. Right. I take it Gatemores are not vegan. Or maybe they are vegan, which is why they're eating sylphs. Let's go. And maybe they're omnivorous. They eat anything that gets within range. Okay. So you'll see there's a bunch of orange arrows on our quest board now. The ones we're after are the ones up here. These are all of our quests. You can do them one at a time and fly back and drop them off. I kind of like to just cluster them all together and move from one area to the next and just finish what I find as I go. It's a little bit quicker, and it means I don't have to do quite so much back and forthing, which is always frustrating. Our first orange circle is, but you do have to check what you're doing, not who they seem. So if we duck down here, we do need to do that. We jump into here, into the area that we're in. Okay, your Allied Society quests are not held in a different section to anything else, so they do take up space in your quest log. So best not to leave them be. I'm going to just tick these 3 so that they're at the top, and then we can find out what we need to do more easily, but most importantly, we can see if there's any items we need to use, like not who they seem requires us to use true sight bombs. So I guess we're looking for sparkly bits. There's also a second quest in here, which is Gourd Grief. So that would be these devil gourds that we're going to pick up. Oh, man. I know I thought my coffee stream bot was a chatter. I know, I've got to remember to unpick that. It's driving me crazy. Let's, there we go. A shifty codger. Well, let's have a word with him. So this is Lark's Call, primeval home of the august sylphs. This one, this old man has never seen such beauty. Right, I'm going to grab this. Left click. Walking One should mind one's own business. Walking One is minding one's own business. I mean, kind of. I'm minding the business I've been asked to tend. That looks like a deepwood sapling, which belongs to the Feed Me quest. We'll grab that while we're here. I know, I think I've missed a box of devil gourd somewhere. Or possibly someone, no, it's, yes, someone to investigate. Let's just duck back and clear this area. I mean, we could do it on the way back, but we'll do it this way. So I'm looking for a shield over the head of something. Or a suspicious object. I know, these malted Ziz are really aggressive. Let's just grab our true sight scale bomb. Get off that. Left click. And make sure it's orange. And zap it. The skin changing spell is broken. The malted ziz is like, are you tasty? And I'm like, thank God I didn't use an area effect spell. That thing would be on me like flies on horrible stuff. Right, there we go. Right, that's this area cleared. Let's grab that. No, it's not that area cleared. Well, that's annoying. Let's grab this deepwood sapling. Alright, we're going to come back and do that other area. Suspicious object. Okay, no, we're not. It's hiding up here. Is that like a target? It is too. It's like a striking dummy. That's cute. Oh, they're getting clever. Boom. But this guy's was perfect. It was, but it was also perfectly poorly located. And you glowed, which, you know, was a dead giveaway. Alright, that should be that one. Now, we are in, here we are, we're picking some more of these saplings. I think we're going to go and feed some sticky sweet sap. Or possibly use them as a pie bar, one of those. Oh, sacks of devil gourds, good, we need those. Alright, but what we're here for... Oh, really? That's in my hunting log? Yes, it is. That is in my free company hunting log. So I guess while we're here, we'll just murder this. It'll save us having to come back. And we'll look for more. Of course we will. There we go. I think that one's going to probably call in some friends. Oh no, maybe not. How many of these do we need? 3. Right, well that's 2. Okay, we'll keep an eye out for some more. We have one more little patch of orange to deal with. We're going to rescue some sylphs, I think, before they get it. Greater Gatemore. That sap that we picked up, sugary sap from the saplings. Touched ones will pay for this. This one will have this one's revenge. Oh no. Angry little veggie shoot on the loose. All right. Oh, thank you. Were it not for walking one, this one would have been compost for sure. I don't know why you're laughing. Touched ones will pay for this. This one will have this one's revenge. Ah, yeah. All right, that's all of this. Is oh, hello. We need Sylvan size. Radio. I think I need one more though. And I guess while we're here, we'll go and see if there's anything else in these woods that we need to get clear in our hunting log. So, it's our Maelstrom hunting log. Sylvan size. Pretty sure there was something else. Condemned. Temple bat? No. Pitman. Melcher. Baseman. Sylvan size. Shopskull. Sahagan. No. Alright, let's have a quick check in our Conjurer's thing and see what there is in here. Western Lanacea. East Shroud the Sylphland. Okay, we'll go find those. We'll get rid of them. There's 4 of them we've got to nail. Alright, let's go and find our bonnets. They're those mushroom things. Did it say the Sylphlands? Or did it say Lark's Call? I think it said Sylphlands, didn't it? Which means we need to go in the other direction. Yep. Back this way. This way. All right, let's go and do that part of our hunting log. Then we don't have to worry about it later. We do end up over here quite a bit, so we could just do it in pieces. But now that I know they're there, let's take them out. Not for dinner and dancing. And then we might teleport to Hawthorne Hut and run back because it'll be quicker. Because unlike your I now got to remember where I saw them, and I can't. We can also go fishing here too. So if you're a mad keen fisherman. Alright, let's have a quick look. I don't think it's in the gold leaf dice, but we'll have a look. Hunting we will go. When I first started, I used to hate coming in here because every second step you were defending yourself against aggro bunnies. Okay, not this section. And that was because I was running through here at level 39, 40. Which is challenging. Is that Sophie? It's the wasp. I don't think we can take her on solo. Where is my bird? I know, I think he got bored with listening to the sylphs and left. And you really can't blame him. Nope. Little fungusoids aren't in there. I thought they were actually in a different section, but okay. Condors, screechers. Okay, over this way. Aha, found it. Alright, so if you are ever looking for sylph bonnets for your white mage's hunting log, or your conjurer's hunting log, just zoom out a little bit. There's Hawthorne Hut over here. There's your sylph village. Come in through Lark's Call, go through the main area with a little pond thing in it, and then hang a left. They're in the second bulky area afterwards. Let's deal with them. 4 of them, you say. I'm a healer, not a DPS. Anyway, said every healer ever, and then realized what they had to do to save the lives of their team. Which is when you're not healing, take down the things that are going to hurt them. 2. If you can, if you're still learning how to switch between attacks and healing, then prioritize your healing. It'll come in time. You just gotta, do a lot of it. Boom. Okay, that was our 4th. We earned 41,000 XP. In case you're wondering what the point is of doing your hunting log, each time you complete a level, so you will get a bonus reward. So each, like Conjurer 42, you get that once you've killed all of these, as well as the XP you get for killing them. When you finish the entire level, you get a bonus reward up here, and if I was smart and had my food running, clearly I'm not, then you would be getting another 3% on that. Let's rectify that. It doesn't matter what food either. Click that. Now we're well fed. Skill speed might come in handy too. Alright, now because I don't feel like running all the way through the Sylph Lands again, we're going to jump into our map. We're going to go all the way over to Hawthorne Hut for 100p. We're going to save ourselves a tiny bit of time because we're way up here. We're going to go to here and then we're just going to run back across. When you have flight, you can just jump on your bird and shortcut it, but we don't yet, so let's go. Follow the little green arrows. Okay. I'm not sure. I think they might need a hand. Oh no, part of another player's duty and I can't help them. Well, that's rude. I know, right? So sometimes you can help players as you go along. Um, wait, I could have used a healing spell though. And sometimes when they're in another duty, you can't actually interact with them, even though you can see them having a hard time. Um, all right, this is a fate. Let us take on the fate. We're going to level sync down to whatever this is. We've got about 6 minutes to destroy all the bugs. That one. I'm going to let the bird take care of that one, and then we're going to switch targets onto this one. Let's move them a little bit further away from the civilians. Does give us less time though to respond. It does let you practice your little slide step too, you know, you get to gauge when you can cast and get out of trouble. This should be our last one. There we go. Right, 3000 XP and some company seals, which is why you do fates. Let's go turn in our Sylph quest. We might go and do our XIV quest in a minute. Tonaxia. Hi. Not who they seem?
Oh, thank you, friendly one. Maybe that will teach sneaky ones that these ones are not so easily fooled.
Complete. And oops. Gourd grief.
There were 5 sacks of gourds, yes? Please tell this one you found them all.
We did indeed. Here you go.
This one's gourds. Walking one is such strong and helpful one. Nothing like another walking one this one knows. This one cannot believe these two are both walking ones. This one will weave beautiful dress for helpful one someday. But today, this one is busy one.
Boom. And again.
This one's friends are safe. How can this one ever thank Walking One? When Walking One first came, this one saw only new target for tricks. Now this one sees a true friend.
I'm so relieved to hear that. New target for tricks. Alrighty, I guess we can do the Excel. Let's just work our way through. I know I should be doing. Actually, we do need to do the Excel. Let's go do the Excel. Sigh. I don't think this thing is going to pop. But it might. We don't have to give up hope yet. Sometimes what you can do is you can jump into Party Finder. You can put up a Party Finder. This one is, of course, a locked duty, I believe. What do you mean I could join that? Trial Train 1. I don't think we want to join that one. Or is Trial Train? I think that one's unlocked, so I don't think I could get there though. That'd be insane. Trials. No results. Field operations. It's a locked duty. I do not understand why that one is. I think if I joined it, it would basically, I'd soon find that I was slowing everyone down. Rightio. J. So we could put up our own duty finder, but we won't. That's tagged for a reason. Alrighty. Some quests in Limsa. Fear Odin and the Shroud right around here. that was the other one we wanted to do. Let's go and do that. The makings of a gunbreaker, because it's kind of really close. We'll unlock gunbreaker. Rightio. Actually, I may not be allowed to do that while still in Duty Finder. We will see what we will see. Let's go. Let's try not to walk off the edge of the building this time. Oh no, what? Down we go. Okay. Gunbreaker is... We need to go through the Ziz. Oh, subtle. Subtle, Mistwalker. Subtle. I remember coming through here as a conjurer and not being able to heal someone who'd forgotten this was a level 60 duty and was dead, because I was not of a level where I actually had res. I was very embarrassed to not be able to help them. Destination. Here we go. We are in a level 60 character, aren't we? Yes. All right. Oh my lord, this is going to be interesting. Well, that can't be good. Yeah, I'd be wondering too, Misty. What are we up to? Ooh, very, very schmick. Okay. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, that's it. No further, buddy. Out of my way or I'll gut ya. Mate, there is not going to be any gutting today. That is very, very bad behaviour. I will sick my bird onto you. Done. Can So2 do it as a healer? Now, can I heal him? Because he looks in a pretty bad way. Okay. You have my thanks, stranger. And mine. If you hadn't shown up, things could have gone very badly for us. It's my fault. I'll be more careful next time. Truth be told, I thought we'd have a quieter journey after sneaking past all those Imperial patrols and leaving Gira Urbania behind. How wrong I was. To think we could be caught unawares by a gang of common thieves. What's going on? We heard commotion and... That's one of them, just like the witnesses described. Examine the body. Maybe we'll find out where they're hiding. It's strange they go after a pair like you. All their marks so far have been merchants and whatnot. You know, folk carrying coin and valuables who won't put up much of a fight. I reckon that if one of their cronies are out there watching, they'll think twice before crossing you lot again. Still, might be an idea for you to see these travellers to Gridania. Me and the others will keep looking for the rest of the highwaymen. Nice. I have not played Gun. I've unlocked it, but I haven't played it. This will be interesting. Those bandits. Something about this doesn't sit right with me. We barely have a fistful of gil between us, and I have a couple of fulms of edged steel strapped to my back. Not the most likely of targets. Perhaps that's why they went straight for the kill, and they might have succeeded if you hadn't stepped in. We are in your debt. I am Radovan, and this is Sophie. We traveled here from Ilsabard, far to the north, where once I served as a soldier of Garlemald. Yeah, no, Misty. I had no choice. My family was taken hostage. While it is true that I have fought and killed for the Empire, I would never have done so willingly. Although I have freed myself of their shackles, the life I'd known is no more. But that was another life, one I would sooner put behind me. I came to Eosier in the hope that I might start anew here. Very well then. As for me, I also escaped from the Garleans. I was part of a resistance movement until we were all rounded up or killed, that is. The Empire took everything from me, my family, my homeland. With nowhere else to go, the two of us decided we'd stand a better chance of surviving if we stuck together. And here we are. To see me now, you'd scarce believe I once served as personal guard to my queen. But in the end, I couldn't protect her. I couldn't protect anyone, not even my wife and son. While I would have gladly given my life for theirs, it was not to be. Even so, there may still be a use for the skills I spent years honing, those whom I may yet deliver from harm. Those we saved and those we could not save. That is why I suggested looking for employment as a bodyguard in Eosia, and Gridania seems a good place to start. I know you've helped us enough already, but I have a proposal. Would you consider working with us? Now hold on, Radovan. That's rather a lot to ask, don't you think? But Mistwalker has what it takes to become a gunbreaker. It seems my gunblade has caught your eye. You may have seen the Garleans wielding something similar, but this is the genuine article. The ones used by the Empire are simply edged weapons with a firearm bolted on, or vice versa. While they have their uses, they pale in comparison to those my clan forged for generations. Our gunblades use ethereal imbued cartridges. When you pull the trigger, the powdered crystal within ignites, releasing the ether. This sends a powerful shockwave through the blade, increasing its destructive capabilities. The cartridges can even be fired into the air to create defensive barriers. Sound familiar? Perhaps you should save the lectures until you've heard Mistwalker's answer. Yes. First things first. So, are you interested? In exchange for assisting us, I will teach you the art of the gunbreaker. And I was wondering if you might be able to act as a guide. If you'd accept gunblade training as a form of payment, we'd be most grateful. Once the coin starts rolling in, you'll receive a fair share. You need not answer right away, but please give it some thought. It is a tank roll, and I haven't done a lot of tanking. Have you reached a decision? I have. I do wish to become a gunbreaker. From this day forth, our fates are entwined. While the path that lies ahead is not an easy one, the spirits of my predecessors will watch over you. All right. Ooh. I have space. Yes, I do have space. Boom. I think we just earned, that was White Mage XP? Yeah, 100,000 Gondra XP, that's good. Rightio, now to become a gunbreaker, we need to put on stuff. So let's go, C for character. Control I. I'm pretty sure gunbreaker is level 60, so we should be okay, maybe. Now I just need to find the weapon. High steel gunblade. Put that over there. And I'm in my skivvies again. We're going to grab our gear set list. Hopefully nothing will attack us. We're going to hit create a new gear set. We're going to grab Gunbreaker. It's started in Gridania. We'll pop that thing in the Gridanian line. We're going to close this. We're going to grab our recommended gear. We are going to put some clothes on, for heaven's sake. There we go. Level 106 gear. We're going to do that, but the other thing we need to do, if we go too much further, is jump into our inventory where we have a set of Outsiders attire. Where is it? So we're going to use that. That's going to chuck a bucket load of stuff into, hopefully, into our thing. You should be able to see some of the new stuff in here somewhere. I know it's hard to spot straight up. Outsiders circlet. Radio. So we're going to do this again. Recommended gear. There we are. 196, and doesn't that look a lot nicer than the rest? What's letting us down, you ask? Of course. Alright, so we need to improve that. Not that, however. That's a reward for being a very, very long time subscriber. Radio. Let's just sort this so it's pretty. There we go. Close that. I know, sort that so it's pretty as well. Check the numbers in here. When it gets up to about 30, we want to do a big clean out and get rid of everything so that we have space for adding in loot and whatnot. We probably should do a clean out anyway. We do have a few things that need to go into our glamour chest. Boom. Gunbreaker, powder gauge. This symbol here indicates the defensive stance Royal Guard is in effect, which increases enmity. So this is like your Paladin's shield. Performing a combo ending in Solid Barrel or Demon Slaughter acquired at level 40 adds cartridges to the powder gauge, which are expended by Burst Strike and Gnashing Fang, which are acquired at level 60. You can view the job gauge description at any time from the Actions and Traits menu. So this is where it gets a little awkward. We're going to talk to Radovan for a minute. We're going to get rid of the excess stuff off our hotbar. Put things where we need them to be. And then we're going to have a look. Now, I don't often use, actually I have never used Shirk. We're going to stick that up there to the I don't use that thing. That's probably as much as I should. This is our Provoke. That's normally on 3. Just pop this over here. That looks like, that's Royal Guard. Okay, so this is, no, not that one. This one. So that's the one I normally use when you go into battle. So I'm going to put that right there. Alright, what have I got? Keen Edge. This is a level 1 attack, so that can stay there. No Mercy. Increases damage dealt. Let's put that up here. What is this? Lightning Shot. Delivers an attack with a strike. Now that is a range of 20 yards. And that is a range of 3 yards. Okay. Do I want to split out? I don't want to split out my ranged attacks from my melee attacks at this point. I do want to split out my single target attacks from my multis. Attack with a potency of, now it's a combo action with Keen Edge, so we're going to shift it over to here. Camouflage increases the parry rate. Alright, we're going to put that up here. That looks like something we should be using. I'm going to stick that there for the minute. I'm going to put that on 6 where it normally belongs. What's this? Solid Barrel. No. Yes. That can stay there for the minute. This is normally on 9, so we'll pop that up there because whenever I'm running a character with that skill, that is where that skill is. Okay, Nebula reduces damage taken. That needs to go up there. Let's switch those two around. So when we start up, we're going to hit this one, this one, this one, and this one once we get into a fight. Alrighty, I'm going to put this over here because it's driving me crazy. Demon Slice. Now on Paladin, my first multi-attack is on 5. I'm not sure if I want to keep it there because most of my first multi-attacks are on 6 and I always mess it up. But there's a reason for it. Okay, not anymore. That can go on 6. This can go down onto 5. Alright. Burst Strike. I'm not moving my my multis from here. So Burst Strike is going to have to go somewhere. But not there. Is that a ranged? I'm going to say I'm going to use my ranged attacks a lot less than anything else. What? Brutal Shell. That's Brutal Shell. So those 3 should go together. Danger zone. Right. So the only real way to get to know what a good combination of skills is by actually running them, which we'll do in a minute. That looks like it's got to be unlocked. It's a cartridge cost attack. You know what? That can, I don't know if I wanted on 7 though. All right. Let's switch these two around, given that's ranged and that isn't. That's multi. What's this? Grants regen to a target. Now, normally in my healer, that is on 2. I'm going to stick it on 7, seeing as it's a healing spell and most of my healing spells are found on 7. All right, what's this? Demon Slaughter. Okay, that is a multi. So we're going to evict that from 7 then. We're going to put it on 8. We'll pretend it's like a sooner. Arm's length. All right. I know these are all my live longer things. I might put them down here for the minute. We'll try and remember to use them on a regular basis. Although I could put them up here. Because they all have cooldowns. Alright, well let's try that. Oh wait, what's this? Super Volley reduces hit points by 50% and renders you impervious to most attacks. Let's put that down there. And this, rush to a targeted enemy's location. I will put it there. I don't know if I'm going to use that a lot. What's this? Delivers an attack with a potency of 320. Does not share a recast timer with any other actions. I know normally I'd put it down here with the attack skills. Okay. I'll try that as a setup. We'll see how that goes. All right. So that's our hotbar arrangement done. All right. I do forget to do this after some jobs, so let's go. Radovan. Hired Gunblades. Radovan is keen for you to put your newly acquired skills into practice. Now he is he? Now that the Gunbreakers of Eld have yielded a portion of their wisdom, you're ready to take blade in hand. Yeah, we have a little bit of time. Rather than spend moons and moons training you, perhaps we had best find employment first. We can use the time between assignments to refine your abilities, but where should we start? Well, we could try. The Adventurers Guild. Yes, that sounds quite promising. I suppose we are adventurers after all. Tell me, Mist Walker, are you familiar with this sort of thing? Passingly. Oh my, in that case, we couldn't have found a better guide. Well, there's no time like the present, shall we? All right, now, the thing with these is Gunbreaker isn't part of the base, the very base A Realms Reborn game. It came out much later. I can't remember exactly which one. I think it was possibly Shadow Stormblood, possibly. I can look it up. Actually, I might do that. So to unlock Gunbreaker, you need to own that particular one. Now, I think that's now incorporated in the part of your base game, so you should get it straight up. I know I've been playing for a while, so it's all right. Job guide from FinalFantasy14.com. No, that's not what we're after. We're after unlock. Let's just type in unlock. There we are. All right. All right. To own Gunbreaker. Sorry, from the wiki. Here we go. Console games wiki. Let's have a look at that one. All right. Gunbreaker was released with the Shadowbringers expansion. It's unlockable at level 60 and does not have a base class. Ooh, in Evercold, Gunbreaker will specialize as an off-tank in evolved mode. So that's coming. That's coming in January 2027. I'm really looking forward to it. Not necessarily just for Gunbreaker, but for the whole thing. The prerequisite is you must be a level 60 or higher disciple of war or magic and speak to the God's Quiver bow in New Gridania just next to the Aetherite for the quest The Makings of a Gunbreaker. So that is how you unlock the quest we did where we picked it up over here. But now we're going to go and find Carleen Canopy. So we're going to jump into New Gridania. This is our security token free destination, so it's not going to cost us anything to jump over there. It's kind of like an extra destination you get. Wrong way. Carleen Canopy for securing your account properly. Right. So if you haven't clicked that it's there and you have a properly secured account, go check it out. There's a Wanderer. Wanderer is from another world within our zone. I'm always glad to see them too. Radovan. Now that Mother Miyun has made us formal members of the Adventurers Guild, we can start accepting assignments. In fact, we've already been given the details of a potential client in need of a bodyguard or two. A man named Lassen Shu is waiting by the Whaling Barracks. Sophie and I will make our way there to get our bearings. And you leave me behind again. Always getting left behind. Let's go. I'm just trying to work out what skills I would have in one of the basic dungeons. Because it's not bad when you get one of these high level jobs to go through some of the low level dungeons just to gradually acquaint with your skills in much the same way as you did with any of the other base classes. Where am I supposed to be going? The Whaling Barracks. I had assumed that that just meant this place, but I was very wrong. Very well, let's go up this way. Don't assume anything, always check your map. So yeah, so this is a class that I'm really unfamiliar with. This job over here is the Joy of Pictomancy. So this is how you unlock Pictomancer. You need to own Dawn Trail, and you need to be level 80. So if we get to level 80 before we leave Realm Reborn, heaven forbid, then we will we'll go pick that one up as well. We might as well. All right. Stop running around in circles. Let's go this way. So we've now been waiting about, not 60 and 30 is 80, so about an hour and 25 minutes for Thornmarch Hard. I have to say, look, don't let this discourage you. Very often you have a wait. I have not waited for Thornmarch Hard for this long in a very long time. So I can only gather that there are a lot of people who are either not on at the moment because it's a weekday, or they're very busily doing their main story quests at the upper end of the game. Let's have a chat with Lassen Shu. Howdy. You must be the one sent by the Adventurers Guild, yes? Oh, thank goodness. Something dreadful has befallen, well, threatens to befall, the one and only Editha. Right. You mean to say you are unfamiliar with the most gifted harpsichordist who ever lived? Whatever possessed me to hire such uncultured but... It appears my breath would be better spent briefing you on the nature of my request. A few days ago, Editha received a most unwelcome missive, a death threat to be precise. At first I deemed it nothing more than the crazed scrawlings of some harmless churl. That was until during recital, a stone was thrown at her, missing by a hair's breadth. Let me just grab that again. There we go. Right.
I have, in my capacity as her manager, cancelled all public appearances until the perpetrator can be brought to justice. I fear, though, that my delicate tulip would wither and fail if confined to her dressing room, and she has herself expressed a desire to stroll freely beneath the canopies of Maketo's amphitheatre. I see where this is going. You want us to take her for a walk. Is that it? Is that all we have to do? If that's all we have to do, we should count ourselves lucky. A threatening letter, a brazen attack in a public place. Who knows what will happen next? But she can't stay indoors forever. I say we accept. Splendid. Without any further ado, I shall have Editha prepare for her promenade. Right. We'd best proceed carefully. If the culprit knows that Lass and Shu asked the Adventurers Guild for help, they can probably deduce that Editha will be coming out of hiding. We should see if anyone bears a grudge against her, so we know what to expect, and we'd better look around the amphitheater for places where an ambusher might hide. Now, but he's gone inside to... Ugh. Rightio, speak with the locals around Maketo's amphitheater. Give me a minute. I'm pretty sure there's a tunnel. Oh, okay, I'm way beyond the tunnel. I gotcha. Yep, back the way we came. La 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 la. I know, what are we doing? Well, we're not doing our Exile quests, I don't think, today, because I am going to probably run out of time. We're having a nice little prelude with our Gunbreaker. Interlude with our Gunbreaker class, which I have never played. So this will be exciting. I've got things where I think I'll be able to pick them up quickly, but we'll find out. I know the first time I attempted it, I just gave up on it. So I haven't actually played it. Simkin, hi. Oh, Editha, even a moment deprived of her sumptuous harmonies is akin to an eternity of unimaginable torment. When, oh, when will she grace me with her splendor once more? Right, a fan. A very avid fan. Stain, hi. Why, yes, Editha has been the talk of Gridania since her debut. Her skill as a musician is without question, although I sense that many of her admirers are more interested in her bizarre stage garb. Oh, do tell more? No, okay, you're not going to tell more. Fine. Franquette? Know of her? I certainly do. I would consider myself to be one of her many admirers. In all honesty, I do not care for the way some of the others ogle her. If the rumours about Editha receiving death threats are true, one of those lecherous scoundrels must be behind it. Right. I see. That would make sense. Um. I am going in the wrong direction. Ah, Radovan. There you are, my friend. Now, how I could miss you when you're the size of a small tree, I don't know. Mr. Walker, have you met Miss Ondine? She's a harpsichordist like Editha. Oh, there's our culprit. No, really. Are you sure? That poor girl, what is the world coming to? That a gifted and beautiful young performer such as her must hide away for fear of her life. It beggars belief. It must be one of her followers. I've seen the way some of them look at her, and it makes my skin crawl. With fans like that, who needs enemies? Maybe not. Maybe she's not jealous. That's a very, very fine dress. So, what did the other locals have to say? Well, it's like this. Yes, most of them think that one of Edith's admirers is to blame, but I sense there's more to it. I think that until we have more information, we should treat everyone with equal suspicion to be on the safe side. Personally, I'd prefer to carry out a more thorough investigation, but we best not keep our clients waiting. Once you're ready, let us return to Lassen Shu. You've learned all Gunbreaker actions and traits to level 60. Detailed descriptions can be viewed in the Actions and Traits window, accessed under Character in the main menu, or you can hover over them and learn them that way. Okay.
I just want to double check. Oh, do you know what? My ranged attack should be on 8. That's the one where I normally... That's why we have that. This is the thing you use instead of throwing your shield, which means my heal is going to be on 5. Can I handle that? I don't know. Okay, so this is like if you're playing a paladin, you've got your big gold shield here, your provoke here, your chuck my stuff in the enemy's face and irritate them a lot thing here. And lightning shot is your ranged attack, and it took me a little minute to click on that. That's okay, now we've got it. Let's go and see if we can escort Editha to safety. I know. I don't like my chances. Wine. Let's go. Enough whining. More doing. Come on, little bun girl. Let's go. Move those little feetsies. Get those toe beans going. That's it. Good run. Now, we could also stop in at the achievements seller. The guy who sells not achievements but rewards for earning them. If we have time, we'll see how we go after this. Uh-oh. It is a duty. Editha assures me she'll be ready in 2 shakes of a zizzer's tail, whatever that means. Alright, duty calls commence battle for hired gunblades. Level sync is in effect. If you're above the maximum allowed level, it will be synced as follows. Right, so I guess we'll have to come back for this one because, although, wait a minute. No, because I think I have 10 more minutes of wait time that I can give Thorn March. And to be honest, I don't think we're going to get a run this morning, but, you know, maybe in 4 days' time, the climate will be different. So let's leave our gunbreaker here. I know, I want to run it too, just to see how this new layout goes, but we're trying to get through our main story quest. Alright, so if we're not going to follow that, we'll leave it pinned because that'll remind me next time I'm on that we're looking at that. Let's have a look and see what else. Maybe is there something else in New Britannia we need to do? Right, we haven't picked up Leather Lancer. We haven't picked up Leather Worker. We can do both of those. What's that? That is our dress to harvest. Do we have what we need for it? So we're here in Gridania, dress to harvest. Do I have fragments of carbonized matter? I don't think I do, to be honest. No. Radio. So we can do that one in a bit. Let us, in the meantime, let's have a look in New Gridania. Yep, so Leatherwork is the only craft we haven't picked up in this area, and Lancer is the only job. So let's grab our classes and jobs. It's not the only job, we have Archer as well. Alright, so we have White Mage. From Conjurer, we need Archer. We've just picked up Gunbreaker. And we also have Lancer, which we can kind of co-level with Pugilist. Alright, let's get it done. I know, we're going to have a minute. Once we get through the MSQs, what we'll do is we'll come back and we'll do all the duties that we haven't been able to do because we're waiting for MSQs to pop. Okay. Oops. The Way of the Lancer. Oh, so you want to be a Lancer, that's right. Welcome to the Lancers Guild, adventurer. If you seek to refine your skills with the polearm, then you've come to the right place. Here at the Lancers Guild, spear wielders gather to train with one another and further hone their abilities under the tutelage of our fine instructors. Do you seek membership with us? Alrighty. Yes, I wish to join the Lancers Guild. Very well, I shall provide you with an insight into the history of our guild. More than just an instrument of war, the spear is also a tool for hunting, and with game ever plentiful in the Twelveswood, the weapon has been the mainstay of the locals here since before the founding of Gridania. With the passing of time, our nation became a gathering place for spearmasters from across the realm, many eager to test their mettle against the famed might of our wood whalers. And it was here in Gridania that their myriad fighting styles came into contact, eventually giving rise to the art taught here today. That spear technique could be formalized at all owed much to the founding of the Lancers Guild by wood whaler Captain Mistal, nigh on a century past. The tradition of accepting students from without as well as within Gridania's borders persists to this day, ensuring that the art of the polearm may not only survive but also continue to evolve. Well, there you have it. I hope this brief history of the Guild has helped settle any doubts in your mind. The Lancers Guild is always eager to welcome new initiates. If you've a will to enlist, speak with me again and we can begin the enrollment procedures. Alright, and then that becomes the Way of the Lancer. Well then, have you made up your mind to enlist in the Lancers Guild? Yes, I have. Gillian wishes you to reaffirm your desire to join the Lancers Guild. Excellent. I shall let Guildmaster Iwain know to expect you. All who seek admittance to our ranks must present themselves before him. He will judge if you are fit to become one of us. Pray make your way to the training area within. Our Guildmaster awaits you there. I know, we're not doing a lot of... Oh, we are doing a bit of white maging. Guildmaster. Alright, Iwain. Well met, adventurer. I understand you wish to learn the Lancer's art under our roof. I see you have some combat experience, yet it remains to be seen if such skills as you have acquired will avail you here. But no matter, in my capacity as Guildmaster, I shall guide your training, beginning with the very basics, the principles of our art. There exist myriad fighting styles, each of which has its own unique qualities. None, however, can claim to be as offensively minded as ours. Our approach is ever one of attack, no matter who or what we face. An experienced lancer is able to wield a polearm as if it were an extension of his body. He transforms into a raging storm before his foes, delivering a barrage of devastating thrusts and slashes. To facilitate such a relentless assault, we lancers forego plate, favouring armour of leather and chain, such materials as provide adequate protection without unduly hindering movement. A lancer's worth may be measured quite simply in how swiftly and decisively he can pierce his enemy's defences. By its nature, the polearm is a simple weapon to wield, for good or ill. Even in a farmer's hands it is capable of wreaking considerable havoc. Thus has it been a mainstay of every great army since ancient times. Yet know that a lance alone does not a lancer make. Faced with unfavourable odds, an unseasoned spearman will break formation and flee without a moment's hesitation. A true lancer, however, flinches not before his enemies, for he knows not the meaning of fear. Ever does he press forward, disdainful of the odds, that he might pierce the enemy line and open a path to victory. Needless to say, doing so requires no small amount of courage, and that is why our guild has striven from the first to instill this essential quality in every soul who passes through our halls. Arduous trials await you should you join our ranks. Knowing this, have you the resolve to wield a lance? Well, have you the resolve to wield the lance? Yes, I do. Well said, adventurer. I see no reason to deny you a place within our ranks. Ah, but I neglected to introduce myself. I am Iwain, master of this guild. Pleasantries duly exchanged, I shall add to your hunting log the names of the creatures against which a lancer might hone his skills. In celebration of the occasion, I hereby present you with your very own spear. Arm yourself with it and speak to me once more. I would have you undertake your first task, a trial to be precise. Very well, let us do this. I know, a level 60 gunbreaker walks into the Lancers Guild and... We're going to pursue this until we hit a duty. So we're going to go C for character. You know the drill. Grab your gear set. Actually, don't grab your gear set. Grab your gear set and sit it there, but don't forget to go Control I. You will have been given a nice pointy stick, so we're going to grab this weathered spear. We're going to put it in our weapon slot. We are now a lancer. Now you'll grab your gear set. You'll hit your gear set list. You'll hit your plus button to create a new gear set. You'll grab your lancer and you'll swoosh it over to wherever it is you'll remember best to grab it. So I might arrange these later, but that's okay. We have our lancer here where we can find it. You can get rid of your gear set list now. We are going to grab our recommended gear. Now, we do not have a handy dandy little gear coffer for this class. This is a beginning class, so you will start, anyone who starts the game as a lancer will start probably wearing their national clothing. There we are. I know, masked and wearing the Akadal wrist gloves. Seriously, control. Oh my god. Let's update that gear set. We are going to run with this level 1 gear until about level 10. Maybe, depending on what we find along the way. Ewain, how can you help me? My first spear. Ewain wishes to assign you your first trial as a member of the Lancers Guild. He does, huh? So, you were able to discern one end of the spear from the other. Good, yeah, pointy bit goes that way, blunt end goes this way unless smacking someone with it instead of using the pointy bit. You are doubtless eager to put your new weapon to the test, which is well, for I too have a test in mind, or rather, a trial. In order to develop an affinity with your weapon and learn to gauge such things as distance, you are to go forth and pit yourself against the creatures that roam just outside the city. The squirrels, ladybugs, and funguas should provide you with a suitable challenge. Put down, let us say, 3 of each, then report back to me. Right, so we're going to H for hunting log. You will find we have a brand spanking new hunting log to help us advance our spearmen. You will also find, do we have conjurer? Okay, conjurer we don't need to double up on, and we haven't unlocked archer yet. Rightio. In addition to those little handy dandy tasks that he's given us, I'll see if I've done, looks like I might have done the quests in this area. Sometimes there's a couple of quests to kill ladybugs and fungua and squirrels, but I think we might have already done them probably when we were doing our conjurer. Alrighty, let's toddle on over to our Ethernet shard. We're going to go do his first quest, and then we're going to take out the hunting log targets that he hasn't told us about. So we'll start at the Blue Badger Gate. Because I've unlocked the entire Ethernet, I've got access to all of these beautiful little gates here. And we're going to go do this one. Now we're going to start wherever we go doing the side quests to help us bolster our level a little bit faster. We should also eat food. Food is good for us. Alrighty, let's go. We're also going to jump. I'll give Duty Finder a couple more minutes, but yeah, that's okay. Oh, you know what we forgot to do? We forgot to remove the bits we already have slotted somewhere else. Let's just pop that up there. Now the other thing we're going to start getting a bonus from is the armory bonus, because we now have classes that are much higher than the class we're raising. So this should theoretically help us to develop a little quicker. Let's just go and defeat some evil squirrels and some equally evil ladybugs. When we hit level 5, we're going to check our gear and see if our pugilist can lend us some of their gear. So we'll get that done. I know the bird is doing a great job. Okay, that is our squirrels and our fungua. Jumping into the hunting log, you'll see they're both done. Our squirrels and our ladybugs. I've got fungua on the brain. That's because they're around this corner. Oh no, I do need to get the fungua as well. Radio. 2 is got a little circle around it. Let's just start with that then. Radio 1 and 2. I can't throw things yet, that's okay. And 3. Beautiful. Is that level 5? Going to see for character because we have another melee DPS class that's of a higher level. I'm going to see if I've geared them up any better, and it looks like we can. So we're going to just equip all of that straight up. Now we're gear level 6. Don't get too excited. Right, what's next in our hunting log? Mightlings, Opos, that's North Shroud, Central Shroud, Green Tear, and Bogyarzen. So Black Efts, Bogyarzen, Hoglets, Anole, Diamites. Yep, we can all do that without leaving this area. So you can go down your hunting log list and do it in order if you want. Or, oh, is this a fate? Clever girls. Oh, these are our Anole. Well, this will make this easier. Don't spray ice on him. It's very unfriendly. Alright, we have 13 minutes to murder these Anole. So what this will do is it's going to give us some seals, but it's also going to help boost us a little bit faster. Normally that goes up there. Control 1, 2. Don't stand there. Let's find any more that got past us. No, it just started. Radio. That out. Oops. Oh no, make sure you're targeting the right thing. Auto-targeted does sometimes hate you. And can't be trusted to target what you want to hit. So always check, otherwise you might find you do things that you don't mean to. Like there's a certain dungeon where you don't want to target this bird's eggs and your auto-targeter loves to target them, so make sure you are targeted on the bird and not the eggs. Always keep your boosts going as soon as they're available. We have a couple more of these to go. As you can see, we're just leveling like nobody's business. Because this is not our first character class. So, whoops, don't stand there. So yeah, so once you have your first class, as high up as you can get it, and you're waiting for things like Duty Finder. Okay, I do need to come out of that. Yeah, as soon as we finish this, we'll jump out of Duty Finder. Because, okay, the duty is complete. Now, we're in a good spot because we have Mightlings in this area. I think across the way. Where's the... I'm looking for a hut. I think I need to be a little bit more over here. We'll find out. Oops. Right, but we also have Black Efts. Now, Black Efts are a lot higher than they were. Now we're level 7. Let's just go see and check our gear, see if there's anything we can increase. Not yet. Rightio. That's the advantage of having more than one class, is once you get a couple of jobs in the same section, like 2 melee DPS or 2 tanks or whatever, you can start to cross-step their gear unless they're class specific. So for instance, the gear that we just picked up for Gunbreaker, we can't put on any other class because it's Gunbreaker only gear. How many of these do we need? 1 more. Alright. That's that done. So what are we now? Level 8 or 9. Now the nice thing about this river is, there's my hut. Okay, is that there are Bogyarzen in it as well. We just have to go to the other end. This is the hut I was looking for because next to the hut we have Microchew. So on your map, it's literally right here. Rightio. And grab this one. Should have done the other way. And that needs to go up here. And here. Alright, I was supposed to jump out of Duty Finder, otherwise I might be late dropping my youngest off at school, so Duty Finder, go withdraw, and you know what? We'll try again next time we're on for that. In the meantime, I have I have a few more minutes I can spend. I see a quest. Let us go and grab that thing. What level is it? I know my bird's obscuring it. Well, let's grab it anyway. So we're going to start to use the quest in each area, level 8, that's good. And we're going to use it to get better gear, and we're going to use it to level up as well. And also wind shards for crafting, very important. God's damn you mushroom-headed, spindly-legged, spore-spewing abominations! Suck the life out of my precious trees, will you? Damn you to the seven... Huh? Oh, thank the matron. You look like just the sort to help me deal with this nightmare. My poor trees I have tended since they were scarcely saplings, I might add, have been infested with parasite fungoirs. If I let those pests have their way, my babies will be naught but deadwood before the week is out. Smear a little of this amber unguent on an infested tree, though, and the horrid creatures will drop clean off, allowing you to administer adventurer-style vengeance. Wahahaha! Did you hear that, you malignant toadstools? Your end is nigh. You'll rue the day you... my apologies. The wrath was upon me. Fear not, I'm now quite calm. So the fungoirs, bastards that they are, have attached themselves to 3 trees. Once you've ground those treacherous mushrooms into a pulp beneath your righteous boots, come back and tell me exactly how it felt. Okay. All right, so we're using the those 3 things that I just dropped into chat to level our Lancer. Don't forget we're getting our armory bonus, so that's pretty good. Let's go and rescue a couple of trees from some horrible, horrible fungoirs. 1 decaying tree. He gave me some amber unguent. I did that the long way. I could have just left-clicked. Make sure we're not targeting the wrong thing. Auto-targeter, I hate you. There we go. I know it hates me too. I think it's mutual. That's why it keeps targeting the wrong thing. There we go. Leveling again. And we're going to grab that again. Now, if it's little purple glowy bits, if you're ever in a duty and it's purple, you're going to have a fight on your hands. Be ready. Don't do something crazy like using your botanist to trigger it. I don't think it'll let you, but anyway, if it does, don't do it. Don't yield. Don't step into the light. Anyway. Radio. So the reason I'm leveling it so hard before going back to hand in my first quest is it means I can get my second quest at level 5, and I might even be able to get my level 10 quest straight up without having any breaks to go and level in between. So I like to try and level up as much as I can with the gear I have before I advance the skills again. And it's not until level 16 that we're going to have access with this job to our duty finder, so we can't use that to level, so we've got to use other things. Well, did you take care of my fungoir infestation? Yes. At last I can enjoy a restful night's sleep. I must say, I'm glad to meet an adventurer of such talents. Just look at you in all your fungus-spattered glory. You have my thanks. Alrighty. Disciple of War, or all classes. So we'll take the Disciple of War gear. We will complete our quest. We'll go straight into our character. And we will put on our brand new mitts. And we will do that. And I'm going to jump straight across to my pugilist. And we're going to see if I can wear anything new. Wow. Okay, let's do that then. And then we're going to jump back into Lancer because that's what we're focusing on. Gabino, you troublemaker, you've got another quest for me. All right. Soil Despoilers. Level 8, it's still worth us doing. Gabino, of Gabino's Bow of Fame, needs a reliable adventurer to cull the ever-increasing microtube population. Ah, it's you, Mistwalker. After the thrashing you gave those infernal fungoirs, I do believe you might be the very person to solve another problem of mine. Microtubes. These vile little beasts draw their sustenance directly from the soil. Ordinarily, the forest would be only too happy to provide, but these days there are just too bloody many of them. So many, in fact, that they're leaching every last nutrient from the ground.
You think this soil was put there just for you and your microtube mates? Ah, I should go over there and well, I'm not rightly sure what it is I should do, but someone should certainly do something, and soon. But before I apologize. The rage, you see, it takes over, and there's naught I can do but fume and sputter. If you could see your way to exterminating 8 or so of these soil despoilers, you would have my eternal gratitude. Once you've taken care of the microchews, I'd be grateful if you would report to Ealdfrith. You'll find him just outside. I hear the degradation of the soil has been as much a source of consternation to him as it has to me, and I'm sure he'd appreciate knowing the problem's been solved. Right, let's go find microchews. I'm going to find the door first. Let's go find our microchews, which we were happily murdering for our hunting log, so we could have done this quest and the hunting log at the same time. Never mind. It's been a while since I've played this neck of the woods. Here we go. Chew down. And of course we're getting a little bit of XP per. We're getting about 314, which at this level actually counts for something. Ooh, another fate. Awesome. We'll have to go find that in a minute. Is that lady killer? Rightio. We're going to go hunting ladybugs. We don't need to level sync. We're automatically in it, so these little monsters will attack us anyway. Okay, let's find ourselves another one. That was another one just spawning in and attacking me outright, wasn't it? It's going to chase me across the clearing. Here it is. Murderous little bug. And it brought a friend. Ganging up on the adventurer, not allowed. We could just stand here next to the spawn point, get this fate done in no time flat. Okay, that thing is normally on 6. They're aggressive, aren't they? Worst little ladybugs. You'll never look at ladybugs the same way again. I know. So we were waiting. The reason we're doing this is we were waiting for Duty Finder. And it's taken so long to pop that I actually had to jump out because I've got to go and do, you know, real life stuff. In about as soon as I finish this fate. And so that kind of means that I couldn't stay in, but we waited for nearly what, an hour and a half, 2 hours. I just think people are really busy at this time of year. Alright, we have 4 microchews. I do have time to finish off the microchews, then we'll go and stand next to the quest giver so I remember where I'm at next time I'm in. We unlocked the first Alag Temple Crystal Tower raid as well, but we were waiting for Thornmarch Heart at the time, so we didn't take advantage of that. We also have a duty for Gunbreaker to do next time we come in, if we're not in queue. So the plan is, I'm basically going to level up all the alt jobs I can lay my sticky little fingers on until we until the duty pops, and then once we've completed the duties that we need to advance our main story quest, we might take a quick break and do all of the duties required that require us to not be in Duty Finder in order to be able to commence. Alrighty, we're going to talk to Ealdfrith next stream. That will be in 4 days time. In 2 days time we'll have more Elder Scrolls Online. 4 days time more Final Fantasy 14. And in the meantime, you guys have a really great week out there. Thank you so much for hanging with me, and I'll check you later. See you around.